The following message is transmitted at the request of the Cleveland Police Department in conjunction with Cuyahoga County Office of Emergency Management. Cleveland police are investigating multiple missing persons reports filed over the past 48 hours. At least 17 individuals, including 6 children, have been reported missing across the greater Cleveland area. The last known locations of several victims were near encounters with delivery drivers and tow truck operators. If you have any information regarding these disappearances, please contact the Cleveland Police Department at 216-623-5000.
My doctor wanted me to get one of those emergency pendants.
The ones that let you call for help?
And I said, that's not for me. That's for some old person.
But we finally talked.
Law enforcement warning for Cuyahoga County. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Cleveland Police Department. Multiple witnesses have reported unusual incidents involving community service members throughout Cleveland and surrounding areas. Witnesses describe individuals resembling delivery drivers, tow truck operators, mail carriers, and other service workers displaying abnormal behavior. These individuals have been described as having wooden or doll-like appearances, with segmented bodies resembling Russian nesting dolls. Several witnesses report seeing these individuals approaching civilians before the civilians disappeared. For your safety, do not approach anyone matching this description. If you encounter an individual with a wooden, segmented, or doll-like appearance, immediately leave the area and call 911. Do not engage with delivery personnel or service workers unless you can verify their identity. Shelter in place and keep all doors and windows locked. This law enforcement warning remains in effect until further notice.
We're back. My first guest just starred in the Academy Award-winning film No Country for Old Men, and beginning tomorrow, you can see him as President George W. Bush in W. Please welcome Josh Brolin.
Civil danger warning for Cuyahoga County and surrounding counties. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Ohio Emergency Management Agency in conjunction with the Cleveland Police Department and the Cuyahoga County Coroner's Office. Authorities have confirmed that the individuals previously described as having doll-like appearances are hostile and extremely dangerous. Witnesses and security footage have captured these entities consuming victims whole. The victims' remains have been discovered transformed into wooden, hollow Russian nesting doll figures. These transformed victims have been converted into inanimate wooden objects. Over 150 individuals have been reported missing or transformed. All residents of Cuyahoga County must shelter in place immediately. Do not answer your door for any delivery personnel, service workers, or individuals claiming to provide assistance. Secure all entry points to your home. If you encounter one of these entities, do not attempt to fight back or communicate. Flee immediately and call 911. This is an extremely dangerous situation and should be taken very seriously. Continue to monitor local news and emergency broadcasts for updates on this extremely dangerous situation.
You are watching the 6 o'clock news on WWHO, serving Columbus, Ohio. The current time is 6:15 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. As most of you know, there is an unprecedented crisis all over the state of Ohio, as nesting dolls have started to consume people whole. We will be having more information.
Local area emergency for Franklin County, Ohio. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Ohio Emergency Management Agency. The nesting dolls have now been confirmed in Columbus, Toledo, Akron, and Dayton. The threat is spreading rapidly throughout Ohio. In addition, authorities have confirmed that individuals who have been transformed into nesting dolls are reanimating. These reanimated nesting doll entities retain the ability to consume other humans and transform them. This means the threat is multiplying rapidly, as each victim is seemingly becoming a new threat. Over 2,000 transformations have been confirmed statewide in the past week. A mandatory curfew is now in effect for all of Ohio from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. During curfew hours, all residents must remain indoors with doors and windows locked. Do not open your door for anyone during curfew hours, even if they claim to be law enforcement. All legitimate emergency services and announcements will be announced over the emergency alert system. If you encounter a nesting doll entity, your only option is to evacuate. These entities cannot be destroyed by conventional means. Bullets, fire, and blunt force have proven ineffective. Physical fragments of destroyed dolls have been observed reassembling. Evacuation routes out of Ohio are being established. Continue to monitor the station for further information.
This is a National Information Center statement, issued by the Federal Emergency Management Agency at 8:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The United States is facing an unprecedented national crisis. The entities identified as Russian nesting dolls have now been confirmed in 34 states. The phenomenon is spreading at an exponential rate due to the reanimation and transformation capabilities of affected individuals. Current estimates indicate over 500,000 Americans have been transformed into nesting doll entities since the initial outbreak in Cleveland, Ohio. These entities are appearing in the form of various community workers, including but not limited to police officers, firefighters, mail carriers, delivery drivers, construction workers, teachers, and medical personnel. Do not trust anyone approaching you claiming to provide services or assistance unless you can absolutely verify their identity. The entities are capable of perfect mimicry of human behavior until the moment of attack. The signs of a nesting doll entity include segmented body appearance, hollow wooden sound when struck, unusual stiffness of movement, and a distinctive rattling sound. Mandatory evacuations are now in effect for the entire states of Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Indiana, and West Virginia. Residents of these states must evacuate immediately to designated safe zones in the South and Western United States. These entities have demonstrated the ability to breach standard containment measures. A state of emergency has been declared nationwide. The President will address the nation within the hour. All citizens are urged to arm themselves with any available weapons, though physical violence has limited effectiveness against these entities. Your best defense is avoidance, and immediately evacuate the area. Continue to monitor emergency broadcasts, such as this one, for further information on this crisis. This concludes this National Information Center statement under the Emergency Alert System.
This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All EAS participants shall follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national level emergency. The President of the United States or his designated representative will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by.
We interrupt all programming. This is a national emergency.
My fellow Americans, this is the President of the United States. I address you tonight during the darkest crisis our nation has ever faced. The threat we are confronting is unlike anything in human history. The Russian nesting dolls that we have successfully identified have now spread to all 50 states, as well as parts of Canada and Mexico. As of this evening, we estimate that over 15 million people worldwide have been transformed into nesting doll entities. This number is increasing by approximately 100,000 individuals every day. Our military, our scientists, and our best minds have been working around the clock to find a solution. However, I must be honest with you, my fellow Americans. We have found no way to reverse the transformation. We have found no way to permanently destroy these entities. Every method we have attempted has failed. The truth is that we are facing an extinction-level threat to human civilization as we know it. Within our current projections, if the rate of transformation continues, Humanity as we know it will cease to exist within 6 to 8 months. Every human being on Earth will have been transformed into a nesting doll entity. I am authorizing the complete mobilization of all military resources. Quarantine zones are being established, though I must acknowledge their limited effectiveness. I am urging all citizens to evacuate to designated safe zones, though I cannot guarantee your safety even there. The only actions that I recommend you taking are as follows. Gather your families. Take only essential supplies. Move to rural areas away from population centers where the concentration of entities is lower. If you are a person of faith, I encourage you to seek comfort in your beliefs. If you have loved ones, hold them close. Humanity has faced extinction before and survived. We are a resilient species, but I will not lie to you about the severity of what we face. The current form of humanity may be coming to an end. Research into the nature of these entities can and will continue. We do not know if consciousness is retained after transformation. We do not know the ultimate purpose or origin of this phenomenon. All we know is that we must fight to survive for as long as we can. This concludes my address. May God have mercy on us all, and may God bless the United States of America.
We interrupt our programming. This is a global emergency.
Global alert. Global alert. Global alert. This is not a test. What you are listening to is one of the final emergency alert system stations that are still operational. This message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government and any remaining human survivors. Current estimates indicate that over 6.5 billion people worldwide have been transformed into nesting doll entities. The human population is now estimated at less than 15 million globally and declining rapidly. Most major cities are completely overrun. The entities have demonstrated increasingly organized behavior and are moving in coordinated groups. Safe zones have fallen one by one. The organized government response has ceased, military support has ended, rescue operations have stopped. If you are hearing this message and you are still human, we are sorry. We failed you. The current form of humanity is ending. Within weeks, perhaps days, the last human beings will be transformed, and Earth will be populated entirely by nesting doll entities. We do not know what comes next. We do not know if there is consciousness after transformation. We do not know the purpose of this change. To anyone still listening, you are not alone in these final moments. Billions have already undergone this transformation, and soon you will too. Escape is impossible. The cure does not exist. Reversing this cannot happen. The age of humanity is over. This is the final transmission of the emergency alert system. To all remaining humans, we were honored to serve you until the end. Your government thanks you for your cooperation until the end. The remaining members have selected a quote from the Bible to be played over the air. The heavens vanished like a scroll being rolled up, and every mountain and island was moved from its place. Revelation 6:14. This concludes all operations under the emergency alert system. We will now officially sign off with the playing of our national anthem. May God have mercy on us all.